Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in, and if you feel this channel is helping you to learn anything new, do like, share and subscribe the channel. And let's see what we have today. So we are very pleased to announce a series on Active Directory group policy, and today will be the part 1 on Active Directory group policy mechanism. So we'll be dealing with the entire series from the basics of Active Directory to advanced troubleshooting. So let's get started and see what we have in this part 1. So agenda would be, so we'll see what are policies in general, purpose of policies, the rule of thumb which is applied to any policy, and we'll see what is group policy and what do it do. So let's get started. So what are policies in general? So a general guideline which provides clear direction to formulate specific program. See, policy is a deliberate system of guidelines to guide decisions and achieve rational outcomes. The definition of a policy is a set of rules or guidelines for organization and employees to follow in order to achieve a specific goal. A set of ideas or plan of what to do in particular situation that has been agreed to, say, officially by group of people. So in a nutshell, policies are nothing but, say, guidelines and rules. So let us look at what is the purpose of, say, policy or policies. What is the general purpose of, say, any policy? We are not talking about group policy over here. Any policy, general policy. Restriction, prohibition, denial, prevention, stop, ban, etc. So policies are meant for restrictions, prohibitions, denials, prevention, stopping something, banning something. No policy will say that you are allowed to do something. Policies are meant for denials, preventions and prohibitions. So we need to keep this thing in mind, that no policy will say that you are allowed to do something. Policies are meant for denials and prohibitions and restrictions. So you might have seen these signboards across, okay, whenever we walk anywhere, we go into a mall or on the roadside, you might have seen such signs. So there is a common thing in all the signs, and the common thing is restriction or prohibition. So the main purpose of the policy is restriction, prohibition and denial. You will never see a board where, say, smoking is allowed. No. Just for an example. So some real life organizational policies, say code of business conduct, recruitment policy, mobile phone policy, internet and email policy, remote work policy, and there are a number of other policies as well. Let's say during the COVID we had a policy called as employee face mask policy, and so on and so forth. Now let us understand the rule of thumb. As we know, policies are meant for denials, restrictions and prohibition. This rule of thumb is very much allied to the objective of any policy. So this is a caveat over here in a situation of conflict. So if there is a conflict between two policies, if one policy says allow and one policy says deny, so the rule of thumb says deny will always win over allow. Okay, because policies are meant for denials, and this is the thumb rule that will help us while troubleshooting the say group policy and why it's not working. Sometime it doesn't work, and because there is a conflict and the deny wins over allow. So this is the thumb rule again: deny will always win over allow in a situation of conflict. So what is group policy now in our Active Directory? Now, group policy is a feature of Windows Active Directory that facilitates a wide variety of advanced settings. So we will be discussing all these things in our upcoming sessions. So it essentially provides a centralized place for administrators to manage and configure operating systems, applications, and users' settings. Now these settings helps administrators to control the working environment of users and computer accounts in Active Directory. So we are going to see all these things in our upcoming sessions. So what does group policy do now? So in Active Directory environment, group policy is an easy way to configure computers and user settings on computers that they are part of the domain. Group policies allow us to centralize the management of computers on our network without having to physically go to the computer and say manage the things over there. By using group policy, we can define the state of users work environment once, and after setting up the user's work environment, it will say rely on say Windows servers to continually force the group policy settings that we apply across entire organization or a specific group of users and or computers. So once we have set up the policy, it will automatically get forced onto the users and computers. Just for an example, there is a simple policy, let's say, of wallpaper, a common wallpaper across say each user in the organization. So it's done through group policy. So let's summarize what we have say done today, what we have understood today. So we started with group policy basics. So what are policies in general, purpose of policies, the rule of thumb, and we have also understood what is Active Directory group policy and what does it do. In our next session, we'll look at what is group policy object and where do group policies store their information. We'll see group policy configuration model, we'll see group policy settings, we'll see where can we apply group policy, and we'll also see the group policy processing order in our next session. So thanks for joining today's session. Hope you have enjoyed it, and let's meet in the next session. Have a great day.